Hi everyone, welcome back to Layla's Kitchen. I'm Layla and today me and my sister are going to be showing you how to make some homemade pizza. I hope you enjoy. So first we have a bowl of flour. We used 4 cups of flour. You can use some self-raising flour but don't use the baking powder. We have a packet of dried yeast. We have some maple syrup. This is 100% maple. And then we have some baking powder, some sea salt, some olive oil, and some vinegar. Here first we're going to be adding the packet of yeast to the 4 cups of flour. This is to help make it stretchy and elastic like when we knead the dough later on. Next we're going to be adding 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and this is so it can rise while it's in the oven. As I said, you don't need to use it if you're using self-raising flour. Next, we're going to be adding a bit of sea salt. We're not adding much here, but it's a lot, I guess. About a tiny bit of your palm, I guess. So we're adding a bit of sea salt, as I said. Now we're going to be adding a bit of maple syrup later on and the wet ingredients, but first of all we're going to be mixing in all the dry ingredients. So here we are adding 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, and as you can see, we're mixing it in. Next, we're adding a small capful of vinegar, mixing that in as well, and we're going to spray a bit of olive oil . About 32 squirts, and mix that all in. Now we're going to be adding a bit of water at a time so we can mix it in. Make sure it's warm water, and also make sure that when you're not adding too much at a time, because you can't go back once you've done something wrong. So make sure to do that. So here we are mixing it in very well. As you can see, thanks so much for helping us, Amina. We're going to be mixing this in, adding some warm water again. Still mixing it in. And we want to keep on adding warm water until we have a good texture. And here, as you can see, we put it on the tabletop, and we're still adding that warm water so we can make a dough. We're kneading it in as well with our knuckles, and we're trying to make it stick together. We're not trying to waste flour with this whole coronavirus thing. We're trying not to waste any of our supplies, so try and be useful and mindful with them. So as you can see, it's starting to pile up, and here, this is the product that we get at the end. We want it nice, we want it soft, we want it kneadable, we want it to work with us. So try and work with it well, I guess. It sounds a bit weird, but try and work with it well, as I said. So this is the end product. As you can see, Amina's punching it now. It sounds a bit weird, but yeah, we're punching it because we want it to all go together, because when we're rolling the dough out and when it's cooking, we don't want little lumps and bumps to fall out. So make sure you're kneading that well. So we're trying to roll it up in a bowl, and as you can see, not in a bowl, a ball, and we're trying to make it like as round as possible so we can put it into our bowl and we'll let it rise. You can put a cloth, some tin foil or some cling film just to keep it safe. So now we're going to be making the paste. We have some garlic, some tomato paste. As you can see, we're going to be adding some sea salt, not too much again. We're going to be adding some maple syrup. This is the same maple syrup we used from earlier. Just a bit as well. And then we're going to add some sunflower oil. Not too much. And again, we're going to be adding some water. Mix that all in. And as you can see, we have a paste right now, and that paste is going to be used for spreading on to the pizza base. Here we're just adding some ground black pepper. Normal black pepper is fine as well, but we used ground black pepper. You can also add Italian herbs. As you can see, it's risen and we've split it into 2 balls. They look very soft and lovely. And here we had this oven in this pan in an oven, and we're just spraying on some oil, adding some fine semolina on. You can also use flour, but we had semolina, so we just sprinkled a bit of that on top. This is so it doesn't stick. We sprinkled it on our top, and as you can see, I am there and I'm taking the dough out of it. Cling film. It's very soft, and that's the product that we want to find. So as you can see, I am trying to shape it out into a circle. I wanted it to be as soft as possible. As shaped as possible in a circle, because that's what most pizzas are shaped as. So as you can see, I'm just pushing that around, but then I did not manage very well, so I started using a rolling pin. I keep on saying pill. And then as you can see, I'm still rolling it out. You have to turn it around just so we're able to roll it out well. So I made mine a circle like most pizzas are, and we got a really nice round pizza base. So I held it from the middle and I picked it up and I placed it onto the pan. And then after that, I added some of the tomato paste and I started spreading it in the middle and outwards as I go, but I didn't add too much again because, as I said earlier in the video, that don't add too many things quickly. So basically here we're adding mozzarella because that's the sort of like typical cheese that you'd use for pizzas. So we have some mozzarella and I'm just sprinkling it over right now. And as you can see here, I added on half of the pizza some pineapple, and this is the product that you get. Doesn't it look amazing? And we did another one, and this one is a vegetable pizza. It looks really nice. Thank you guys so much for listening to this video. Thank you to Amina and Jasmine, and I hope you guys get lots of ideas from this. Nice to see you. Bye!